31. I have 31 Bibles, as you can see, and that's quite a lot of Bibles for an atheist. So to explain to you what these Bibles are and why I have them, I think we should go back in time.
Anyway, I don't mind, but you better promise me I'll be back in time.
It occurs to me that recently I've been devoting so much time to answering questions that you want answers to, that I've been completely ignoring those questions that you don't particularly need answers to. One such question being, Lloyd, how many Bibles do you have? How many Bibles? Well, let me count them out for you. It's only fitting, of course, to start with the latest New World Translation, aka the Silver Sword, the 2013 revision of the New World Translation that's currently used by Jehovah's Witnesses all over the world. So, there's the large one, there's the medium-sized one, and there's the baby one, still in plastic. Then we have the slightly older versions of the New World Translation, which probably more viewers are familiar with. This is the reference Bible, I think dating back to 1984. And this is the deluxe version of the New World Translation. And this is the paperback version of the New World Translation. And this is the Little Baby version. Then we have some slightly older versions of the New World Translation. This is the 1971, I think, reference Bible. And this is the 1971 Standard Bible. And this is the 1970 version. This is the 1961 version. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice that I do not have a 1963 version, which actually is very thick because it's large print, so I'm working on that. Of course, when the New World Translation was first released by Watchtower in the 1950s, because Watchtower decided it couldn't trust just regular versions of the Bible, it needed its own translation. The New World Translation was released in a series of volumes, specifically 6 volumes, of which I have 5. I'm missing volume 1, but this will do for now. Of course, before the New World Translation, going back into the 40s, 30s and earlier, Watchtower used the King James Version, and it actually printed its own copies of the King James Version. This is the sort of Bible that you would have used. It was printed by Watchtower. This is what you would have used in the 40s as a Jehovah's Witness. So there we go. And it also printed the American Standard Edition on its own presses, which I guess they did that for the purpose of comparison. I don't know. So there we go. Now we're not done with Watchtower Bibles, because you may have noticed that so far I haven't included the Kingdom Interlinear, which is a comparison between the English and Greek of just the New Testament. So this is the 1980s version of the Kingdom Interlinear, again just the New Testament. And this is the 1960s edition of the Kingdom Interlinear. And going further back than the 1960s, you had the emphatic diaglot, which essentially served the purpose of the interlinear with a comparison of Greek and English. I wish I could tell you more about exactly what an emphatic diaglot is, but frankly I don't know, and I can't be bothered doing the research just for this video. So I have one anyway, there it is. Aside from these Bibles, which are mostly Watchtower / New World Translation Bibles, I do have lots of other Watchtower Bibles that I'm holding on to, either because they're duplicates from my collection. These are all kind of officially from my collection. So I've got duplicates of these, and I also have Bibles that I'm just holding on to for sentimental reasons, because I'm a bit weird like that. These are all Croatian Bibles. In fact, this is not a New World Translation. I think Deanna got this in school because she's from a Catholic country. So those are all Bibles. Another Bible. And these are the ones I'm holding on to for sentimental reasons. This is, let's see, this is Deanna's Bible from just before she woke up. This is my Bible that I was given when I was first baptised in 1990 and which I pretty much used all the way to when I woke up. You can tell because the pages are all brown and it's been battered. It's been around the block, this. And this is my mother's Bible, which I'm obviously quite anxious to hold on to. So now we're on the home stretch and we're moving firmly away from Bibles that are connected with Watchtower. And we'll start with this, which has a bit of a story to it. This is a King James Version family Bible. You can see it's got the things in it that you're supposed to fill in. Family register, parents' names, husband, wife, married, that sort of thing. Really, really nice King James Bible, and I didn't buy this. This was actually given to me when I was a witness. What happened was I called on someone quite randomly and started doing my presentation, and he just basically, well, he clearly realized that I was there to talk about the Bible, and he just unexpectedly said, oh, would you like a Bible? And he ran away and came back with this. It was still in its presentation box that you buy it in. And he just gave it to me there and then, which I guess is it's a nice story because it just demonstrates how kind and generous ordinary people can be. So that's the King James Version. And I have another King James Version that was donated to my collection. I actually don't keep it with the collection because it looks like it's really old, but let me just show you. If you open it, it's got some quite nice artwork inside. It's an illustrated King James Version, so I try not to take this out too much. I can go there. And we're now into Catholic territory because this is a Douay version. So I don't really have much need to consult this, if I'm honest, but always nice to have some Catholic literature in my collection. So that's the Douay version. And finally, the 31st Bible in my collection is this, my parallel Bible, which again was donated to me by one of my very generous viewers. And a parallel Bible, I think I featured this in a previous video. It basically gives you 4 translations side by side so that you can immediately compare what the Bible says in different versions. It's kind of redundant with the internet nowadays, and frankly, if I'm checking a verse when I'm doing some research, the first thing I'll do is just type it into Google. I won't pull this bad boy out. But it's still, I think, a really interesting, work of scholarship. So I'm very pleased to have this, and I do occasionally consult it. So that's the parallel Bible. Again, bringing my collection of Bibles to 31. Now, I say 31, if I'm being completely honest, it's more than likely that if I really started digging in our possessions in various parts of the house, I could probably find more Bibles, but I think 31 is enough for the purposes of this video. Anyway, I will bring all of this insane trivia to an end. Thank you for watching and goodbye.